Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm doing another update today. Today is June 3rd, and there have been a few important updates that I just wanted to go over. Literally just a couple of seconds ago, we had a bigger earthquake, a 5.1. That's a moderate to high earthquake in Southern California. And what's super frustrating about it is I knew it was gonna happen, I swear. I have been watching the activity in California, and I kind of saw that there was a potential of something happening, and I didn't say anything because I've been gone a couple days. I've just been kind of lazy and not wanting to make a video, kind of antisocial, really. I got some negative comments, and it just kind of put me through a loop. So let's see. We have this 5.1 that just happened in Southern California. So I saw this line form. You can see there was actually four. One, a 3.9, a 2.0, and there's a bigger one here, but it looks like this one's a cluster now. I didn't know that this was a cluster. I don't think it was necessarily when I saw it last time. But then again, like I said, I haven't been checking things very well. But we've had, so you see a 2.9, a 3.3, I think, what was it? Let me see, a 3.3, yeah. And then we get down here and following the line, and I think, what was that one? A 3.9. And we've been watching, it's been long coming that if you look back at my other videos, it's been long coming that there has been silence in California, silence specifically in the southern part of Oregon or the northern part of California. This all started the day before the 6.5 earthquake in Nevada. And since then, we've kind of seen silence. A lot of people and forecasters have been watching it because it's abnormal. I've talked about it a lot. We saw some larger activity, which I forecasted as well out here. But since then, that has been 2 weeks ago, maybe. And since then, everything has been radio silent, and we just had a 5.5. Or did they just upgrade it? I don't know if that's a new one or if they just upgraded the level, because it was 5.1. If you're looking at I'm talking about the orange alert at the top of the screen right now, if you're wondering. Let's just dismiss that for a minute. We also saw a line the other day coming from this area. I'm just going to check the magnitude of these real quick. So those aren't too big. We also see, what was it that I was gonna talk about? We had this line coming this way, and the other day I think we had a stronger line coming this way. The aftershocks from Nevada are slowing down a lot. That could mean two things. One, it's just the normal pattern of the sequence, that the aftershocks from this 6.5 in Nevada are finally calming down, or two, energy has just transferred, and that could be potentially why we just had a 5.1. Now, I had Utah on a watch too, by the way. Well, that's kind of not what we're talking about right now. We actually did, I'm here in the city, so I'm in Utah, so we actually did see two 3.0s within the general area of Salt Lake City by about 200 miles. I posted that on my Facebook page. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at Earthquake Forecasting by Mikkel, and Mikkel is spelled M-C-K-E-H-L, kind of a different spelling, M-C-K-E-H-L if you want to follow me. But I did post that would possibly happen, and it did, and now I am still just focused on, I saw this line form and I figured that, you know, something could potentially pop up in this area. And now here are some aftershocks. It looks like that's 2.5, 3 minutes ago, 2.85 minutes ago. I actually don't think this is over. And this is why I'm making the video, is because I kind of think like maybe there could be a bigger one. But you know, I'm always so sure about things, and then I always make a fool of myself because it sometimes doesn't happen. Other times I'm very right on the money, so, but other times I am definitely a little off, so I don't know. But I just feel like there's been so much radio silence in this part of California. It's so abnormal. Well, all of California, actually. So much radio silence, and it just seems like the energy is just shifting. Yesterday we had a lot of energy from Alaska, and I haven't checked it today. Let's see what's going on. 2.0. I'm just checking the magnitude to see what kind of energy is pulling from Alaska today, because we know that stronger activity in Alaska travels down the tectonic plates, down into the Pacific West Coast of California, Oregon, and Washington, and over and out through the United States from there, and that is according to the Dutch sense method of earthquake forecasting. Oh yeah, so another thing is I saw this one in Mexico today, 4.1, and if Alaska had more energy today, which it's not, which it doesn't, if it did, however, I would definitely say that Utah remains on the watch. But I'm just doing an overall forecast. I haven't been on for a while, so we're going to talk about everything, not just California, so might as well get into it about Utah and some other places while we're here and at it. I have not checked the tremor map to see if Washington and Oregon are experience tremors or anything, but of course a potential earthquake in this area is something that I wouldn't be surprised about either. If you've been following my videos, you know that there's just been a shift of energy and things are just a little abnormal lately. And you can see that because we've had a bigger earthquake in Utah about 2.5 months ago, one in Idaho about 2 months ago, 1.5 months ago, still experiencing aftershocks. We had then one in Nevada, and these are all places that haven't been struck by earthquakes in a long time. So it's obvious that something is shifting, and now California has been on my list for a long time because of the silence, because of how the activity is, how the energy is dispersing, and what the behavior of the activity is. And you can kind of you can go back and see my other videos to hear what I think more about it. But it just definitely looks like it's pulling in this area. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a bigger one in this area again. Ridgecrest had a big one in 2019, and that could potentially loosen up some other faults. For lack of better words, I say loosen up some other faults. It could induce another fault to experience an earthquake. We have the Garlock fault, right? I think this is the Garlock fault. If you can see a line, it's kind of going here and traveling down. I think that's the Garlock fault, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Garlock fault or something very close had something a little bit bigger than the 5.1 that they just had. I think that it's actually a foreshock, but you know, don't count on it as for sure, because I'm just gonna say what I feel. I don't have any insecurity. I'm confident and just I don't give a shit really saying how I feel. I think there's a bigger one, but there's no for sure science about predicting earthquakes 100%. So we have forecasters that get it right sometimes, like I do, but it's not a for sure thing. So I mean, don't get too scared. Be prepared. I just made up my own slogan there, didn't I? Don't be scared. Be prepared. And that's all you can really do with earthquakes. And I don't mean to fearmonger anybody. That's never my intention. I assume if you're on my channel and you're watching my videos, that you have an interest in this stuff and you're curious to know anyway. So it's not like I'm pushing my opinions and thoughts onto people that don't want to necessarily hear them. You push the video. I mean, the people are pushing the video. So, okay, I'm just gonna stop right there. I don't mean to fearmonger. I'm just making my videos. So, don't take it with 100% certainty. I'm probably wrong. I feel like there could be a big one though. I think a lot of people in California and a lot of forecasters have been expecting a bigger one lately. I personally feel if it doesn't happen in California, it's going to happen in Utah. Because, of course, that's where I live, maybe. So maybe I'm just a little more concentrated on the area because I live there. But let me tell you why I think that. The Wasatch Fault, which is this mountain range you can see here, is overdue by 100 years or so for a 7.0 or above earthquake. Now, like I said, just about 3 months ago, 2.5, 3 months ago, we had an earthquake in the Magnet area right here on the West Valley Fault. But and that's very close to the bigger fault right here, which is the Wasatch Fault. And the Wasatch Fault is able to produce very large earthquakes. And we've actually seen the aftershock activity of Magna, which is right here, move more toward the Wasatch Fault range. And it's just been so long overdue. Like I said, other faults could inspire or induce another fault to become active. It's just something I've been watching. Of course, other areas are prone as well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do think that there's something boiling in the area. Some weird things have been happening. I think something is boiling. Could be wrong. Might be wrong. But I don't really care to, I don't mind being embarrassed to say so whatever. That's pretty much my forecast for California. I hope nothing does happen. Be prepared. Have an emergency plan. Maybe a bag packed with essentials. Let's just check out some other parts of the world real quick. So we have a 4.5 here, 4.1, which is new energy that will come across and down.